Okay, yeah, welcome to the WiDS Datathon, fifth place winners call. This is Maggie from Kaggle. I will turn it over to Sharda to start introductions on the WiDS side.
Thank you, Maggie. My name is Sharda Kalanidhi. I'm a director of data science at Stanford Genome Technology Center, which is a part of Stanford University School of Medicine. I've been involved with WiDS for many, many years, over 3 years, and particularly in the preparation of the data set. So it's a pleasure for me to see the winners. Absolutely fantastic work, and I want to congratulate you all for the hard work and the success that you've seen in WiDS, outstanding performance. And I would like to welcome you to our recording, and we want to learn more about your approach, your background, your education, and we welcome you to the WiDS community. Thank you so much. Valerie?
Great. I'm Valerie, the WiDS Datathon Program Director, and it is just a pleasure to meet all of you today and be able to connect with you. I'm curious, as you introduce yourself, how you guys met as a team. How did you come together in the Datathon? What motivated you to get started? I'm curious to hear about some of those things, and I'm really excited to hear about your solution for this year's Datathon challenge. So I'll let you guys introduce yourself.
I'll start off. I'm Issa AlBawwab, and I'm a second-year AI and data science student in Princess Sumaya University for Technology. In fact, all of my team and my team members here today, we met through university, and we are in the same year, and we are in the same course, and we take most of our classes together. So we're pretty good friends outside of data science and WiDS in general.
I'm Hammad. I'm data science and AI student in Princess Sumaya University, second year students. As Issa said, we met through university. We're really good friends.
My name is Sharif. I study data science and AI too.
My name is Mohammad Doleh. I'm a data science student too.
Great.
Welcome. Could you all probably talk about your solution? What are the questions that you dealt with? How did you approach the data problem? Did you do any exploratory analysis? Were there any questions on your mind? How did you explore the data set, and how did you work on the data set problem? You can share.
You want to share your slides?
Yeah, of course. I'm just trying to make it work right now. Is it up?
Yeah. Here we go.
All right. So this is the presentation on our solution. So Byte, this is our team name, and here we go. So our agenda for today's presentation, basically, we're going to start off with giving you a small background on ourselves, then a summary on our solution, then we're going to get a little bit in depth.
Do you mind putting it in presentation mode? We are just seeing the whole.
Oh, I had it in full screen in slideshow mode, but
okay.
It is. I'm pressing slideshow. Is it not showing?
No. So you could just click on the side tabs and go through each slide that way as well.
There's a button on the top that says slideshow.
Ah. Is it working now? Is it working?
No.
It's weird because on my screen it's going into full screen and it's going into slideshow mode.
Maybe someone else can present.
The application there needs to just be the other window from Google Meet, like to share out where the slideshow is showing in full screen.
Maybe this is
an alternative would be just clicking the things you're going to be speaking of.
Is this working right now?
You closed your you have to hit present, I think.
Right. How about this?
There we go.
No, that's
All right.
Yes.
All right. I had to put it in. Okay. So this is the presentation. So today's agenda, we're going to start off with a small background on ourselves, and I'll give you a little bit of a summary on our solution. Then we're going to get a little bit in depth in feature selection, training methods, important findings, and the simple model that others can recreate. So background on our team, we're basically all team members or second-year data science and AI students. Before getting and signing up to WiDS, we had practically no experience in machine learning because usually it's a third-year course in our university. So we had to do a little bit of our own research, and we had to take some Kaggle courses on machine learning, which helped us a lot coming and going into this competition. For the summary, we used 3 different training methods for our model. The first one was ridge regression, the second was CatBoost, and the third was light GPM, although CatBoost was used twice. So we basically had 4 models, but 3 training methods. And the most important features for us were elevation and precipitation, because with our limited domain expertise, we basically had to go off on a little research mission on our own. And some of the sites we visited told us that elevation usually plays a big role. And through trial and error, we found out that elevation and precipitation were pretty important features. And we used those features to create another features from them. So we created new features using rolling features and lag features. The platforms we used to create our notebooks were Google Colab, Kaggle's notebook, Jupyter. And the total running time for our training model is 36 minutes. For the feature selection and engineering part of our solution, I will be showing the most important features in the second slide. It's a graph. But we used elevation and precipitation to create lag features and rolling features, which significantly improved our model. This is the graph that shows the correlation between the features and the data we had, the target data we had. Looking into this graph at first really didn't make any sense to us, but a little by little we were able to understand it more. For the training methods, the 4 models were used: light GPM, ridge, CatBoost again. So when it comes to CatBoost, we actually combined them into one model. So the first CatBoost, which we used lag features in, we combined it with the second one where we used the rolling features in. And the weights that we used to create this model was, so we multiplied the predictions of our first model, which is CatBoost using rolling features, times 0.8, and we added that to 20% of the other prediction of the other model. And then the final predictions were made as the following using the 3 predictions. So basically, for each prediction, we took the mean of the median of the 3 predictions and the mean between the highest and lowest of the 3 predictions. So we took like the median of the 3 predictions and the mean between the highest and lowest of the 3 predictions. We took the mean between these 2 variables together. I know it may sound confusing, but we try to word it as best as possible. Important findings that we found during our solution. Before we start with that, the thing that I felt like our team had going for us is the fact that we knew each other really well before going onto this competition. We had no prior experiences, but what we had is teamwork, excitement, and teachers' encouragement for us to go on our own as a team and learn and grow together. And I felt like this is what helped us achieve what we achieved in this competition.
At this stage, because you formed a team, I think it would be great to hear from everyone and how you split up the work and how each of you made a contribution. I think the people who might be watching this would want to hear from everyone on the team.
Yeah, of course. So the person behind like features was Layan, and the person behind the other features was Mohammad Doleh, and he may be able to take it from here.
We used to make a meeting every day at 10 or 11 a.m. and discuss what we did the last day.
And as for lag and rolling features, I just was searching the web, like searching for methods to improve our model and things like this. Yeah. And reading more, of course, about the data and the columns we had.
So going into this competition, we really
did you find some resources particularly helpful as you were seeking things out? Were there some resources that you found, or was it just, you know, we'll look for anything and everything? Did you use one particular book, or, you know, was there particular things on Kaggle, or just
Yeah, public discussions and public codes really helped us. We understood the problems more. We understood also the machine learning parameters and how to use them. We applied them to our code, and it always gave us a better score.
I see. So you definitely use the chat boards, the chat discussion boards.
Of course we did, yes.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially since this was our first time series problem that we worked on. We had other people. We actually contacted some of the people. Mohammad Doleh contacted them. I forgot his name, unfortunately, but he helped us a lot to understand the problem before actually working on it. So that was pretty great.
Yeah, that's the thing about data science is and going to any different domain. And we, you know, for me, this was a new problem too. I mean, I actually prepared the data set that you guys worked on, so behind the scenes. And, you know, part of the data preparation was to make it challenging enough that's not too challenging or too easy, but sort of a middle ground where it is enough, you know, technical challenge that everybody can get something out of it. And, you know, so when you're describing it, I'm interested in seeing, you know, we had enough of a distribution of lats and latitudes and longitudes and different weather rare areas. So I'm really interested to see how you came up with your, you know, your feature. So please go ahead, please continue.
All right. So when it came to our simple model, basically we decided to be able to reproduce most of our outcome is to use light GBM model, and we excluded any features with correlations less than 0.8, and it left us with around 100 columns, and it ran pretty quick. So this is a good way for people to replicate our findings. When we used ensemble between our models, it didn't have any weights. So basically, most of it was distributed equally between most of our models. So our simplified model would be our ridge regression model, which actually got a score of 0.786. Its code is the simplest, most straightforward one, and it takes the least time to run among our 4 models. This is where we have any questions and answers, and we can answer any of you guys' questions.
Yeah, I'm really curious about observations that you have said, you know, your top features, and you've shared that, those features. I'm curious if you had any observations about the geographic distributions, you know, of the lat longs, or did you look into that at all? Or did you see any patterns of that? And, you know, features and precipitation are important, but they're actually distributed across a certain geography. And I'm just curious if you picked up on that.
Well, yes, we did. There was a guy on the discussion who explained more about the location and how to use them, and we applied them in our code. We haven't noticed any certain pattern, to be honest, but the location and the geography really helped us to make our model.
That's great. That's great. I mean, it was an interesting problem because you had both cross section and time series. You must have noticed that. So we were trying to predict a certain period based on the cross section and events in the past. So I'm curious of your ensemble. Is a particular of the ensemble? Is there some that actually focuses on the cross section? Are they all time series, or what is the functional format? What is the structure of your individual models? Is that a fair question?
Yeah, most of our all of our models, we like there was no cross section in them. It was all based on time series.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, we actually didn't research any cross sectional models. We didn't do our research on that part. So we stuck with what we learned in the short period of time.
Okay, so it was all time series, and they are all weighted time series models. I see.
Yeah.
Okay. And what was there sort of a functional form for the time series models, or did you? Can you talk a little bit more about the actual time series model and the individual ones, the parameters of them, or you said they were cat GBM and light GBM, but could you talk a little bit more about them and any testing that you did of the parameters?
Yeah, for the time series, we did the one-hot encoder. We made a new column for the day, a new column for the month. And that's it for the time series. Now let's talk about the pre-processing and the feature engineering for each model. Each model has different pre-processing and different feature engineering. That's why the mean absolute error between each prediction was really high. That's why we assembled them.
Okay. And was there one that was, you said that they were, so they were high, so you ensembled them. Was there sort of other patterns that you observed in each individual model that, some better, like, did you see any correlations? Did you do any sort of statistical testing? Like, did you look at univariate distributions, bivariate distributions, any kind of t-test or statistical test that you did, maybe?
We've noticed that the ridge regression gave us cooler temperatures than the other predictions. And that's it.
Okay. Well, that's great. That's fantastic.
I'm curious to hear from each one of you. What was your biggest takeaway, your biggest learning? Maybe that's within a skill set. What was your biggest takeaway? And I'm curious each of your perspective on this question.
Yeah, mine was machine learning. To be honest, I had no experience in machine learning. I learned it from the start, from using discussions and using other codes. Google really helped us. So yeah, machine learning was the thing I really got to know more about.
Me too. I've never made a model before. I've never took anything about machine learning. We're still taking introductory courses at university, so we've never worked with machine learning. So the Kaggle courses really helped, and this is actually my first competition ever. I've never participated in a machine learning competition before. So yeah.
Great. Can you say a little more about that? I'm curious to know how that was for you with your first competition experience.
Yes, so Layan actually, the previous semester, told me about this competition because her teacher told the class about it. I've never heard about it, the WiDS competition. So I was curious to learn more about it, and we started to form a team, and we reached out to Mohammad and Issa, and working with the team really helped because I don't think I would have made this on my own.
Sure. Yeah, team collaboration is always key, and it's something that we really strive for with the Datathon. Excellent.
Of course, yeah. One of my biggest takeaways was actually being able to collaborate with a team on a daily basis and having daily meetings in the mornings. Could take you from having no clue about what you're doing to a place where you never thought you'll be able to get to, because that's where we started. We started with having no clue about the competition. We didn't know how to make a machine learning model. We had no experience with any time series problem, let alone forecast weather. So step by step, it was hard. especially the first couple of weeks, we were like fighting through fog. We were just going in blind, going in everything. We had no sense of direction. We were just trying everything. But slowly we started learning. We started asking people. We started finishing the courses we started on Kaggle, which actually really helped a lot. Kaggle discussions helped a lot. So my biggest takeaway was that you can learn anything if you put hard work and you ask for people who are curious about the topic with you.
Sure.
My biggest takeaway was actually dealing with geography. I'm not a big fan of geography or temperatures at all. So putting that with machine learning, dealing with features was really hard for me. But thank God we had such a good team that we worked together very well. That's it. Yeah.
Well, this is really fantastic. It was really great for us to hear this, because this is what we strive for. When we go through a lot of effort on the back end to prepare this competition and bring it to you. And alongside, the data preparation, there's also lots of resources that we provide, and Kaggle provides, and people on the Kaggle forum provide. And the purpose of that is to really, reach out to people like yourself, people who are motivated, who are interested, and put in the hard work, to get from point A to point B. And it takes tremendous effort and coordination. And, when you have that sort of energy and enthusiasm and hard work, you can really succeed, and we can see that success. So we are super thrilled to see your hard work and your interest and your motivation and your really your passion for this. And it's really something that people all over the world can emulate, can look forward to, and see how this team has come together and worked really hard together, and they're able to do amazing things. And it's great for us to see, and it inspires us. This is why we do what we do. I'm really curious how you all come from data science. Do you have sort of your own particular interests? Maybe you have a mathematics interest, or you have statistics interest, or you have programming interest. Do you have individual sort of specializations, or how does it work in your area, in your school? And are you able to specialize? And what are there different tracks? How do you go in the future? What is your journey in the future? Where your research? Do you go into research? You go into statistics? How does that work? Could you give us some understanding of that?
So actually, first, I've grown up just thinking about I wanna be a medicine student. I wanna be a doctor. I wanna be a real good doctor. But then I just said I don't want to study these many years for just being a doctor. And I love programming also. So why not specialize in that science and then go do something with that, with medicine? So, and I really want to be involved in the medical field. Biostatistics are actually my favorite thing. So yeah.
This is what I do on a daily basis. So yes, you can use statistics.
That's
biomedical research every day. So there's a very tremendous progress you can make. Yeah. Dana, Issa, either one, Mohammad.
Yeah. Well, on the side, one of my favorite hobbies is actually to learn how to program applications. So one of the reasons why I decided to go into the path of data science, and especially artificial intelligence, is that I wanted to incorporate image recognition part of a software in my application, but I had no idea how to do that. And then when I started digging into it, I thought I figured out this is a vast field. So I got interested and I went down this path, and I don't think I'm ever going out of it again, especially the artificial intelligence part. Like prepping data and feature engineering and all that is fun. Well, not fun. It's okay. But to me, the cherry on top is actually artificial intelligence. What I love is machine learning, teaching the computer how to be able to think, make predictions in the futures. That's what I'm interested in, predictions in the future, not the past.
Wonderful. And Dana, how about you?
For me, I'm not actually sure what I'm gonna specialize in yet, but I'm interested too in AI more than data science. I know I want to work with artificial intelligence. Definitely, I'm very interested in that.
Excellent. Mohammad?
Yeah, I'm not sure also where to and what to what to specialize. I like problem solving and programming, also machine learning. I like to participate in many problem solving competitions. Um, that's it, I guess. Yeah.
That's really fantastic. And you know what? I mean, you can do all of the above. I can tell you that even in biomedical research, we do a lot of image processing. We do a lot of machine learning. We do it's a sort of intersection of many subfields. You know, and knowledge is always growing. It's growing tremendously. There's new developments happening every day. So we never know where the direction of research or innovation will go. So to the extent that, you know, you guys continue being passionate and hardworking and creative and innovative, you'll come up with, you know, amazing innovations in the future. And, you know, we really wish that for you, that we, you know, we got you started, you know, we introduced you to the field, but the direction in which you go to, it'll depend on your hard work and your creativity and your ability to work together. And so we will definitely be looking for outstanding contributions from you going forward as well.
Yeah. And I have a quick question about whether you feel comfortable or if you have used Kaggle since the competition, or if you plan on, you know, leveraging Kaggle. I mean, you talk about like image competition. We have a Vesuvius challenge for biostatistics. We've got some Parkinson's competitions. I mean, there's a lot out there. Like, do you feel comfortable now that you can participate in some of the other competitions on Kaggle?
Yes, definitely, because the first step was the hardest and we took it. So I think now every single opportunity we can see we'll probably take. And the most important thing of all this was all a fun learning experience for us. So why not join other experiences and meet other people and collaborate with many people and be a part of this amazing community.
Absolutely. I think that's definitely, you know, that's the goal. That's why we started off doing this. And I think, once again, I mean, we want to congratulate you on an outstanding performance, not just, you know, the results, but also the ability to work together, learn from each other, learn something brand new, go into something brand new and learn everything you need to learn about it and come out on the top. And that itself is a victory. And we're very, very proud, very happy to see that. And it's really a pleasure to see you all. And we hope that you will continue participating in WiDS, you know, that you will continue to be a part of the WiDS community. We have ambassadorships, and you have, you know, the way this works is we give back to the community. And it's a very big deal. We have people all over the world, and they learn from the community, and they also give back to the community. So we hope that you will continue to be a part of the community, and everything you learn, you share with the community. And so there might be people right now who are watching who will say, hey, I want to be like these guys in the future. And so they might learn from you, you know. So we hope that you will also contribute to the community as you grow. And again, yeah.
I have one final question to tee off of that. From each of you, what advice would you give to someone starting out or to a beginner, either a beginner in data science or a beginner for someone's first Kaggle competition? What advice would you provide? What advice do you have?
Can I start off?
Yeah, of course.
I would say there's nothing that's too complicated to learn. And if you put your mind to something, you can achieve it if you want. Just ask as many questions as you can, and ask people with more experience than you, and you can learn whatever you want.
Beautifully said.
Excellent, yeah.
Yeah, these days you can surely participate in any competition and learn anything. Internet is open to everyone. Also, as Dana mentioned, you will have to learn from other experience, other people's experience.
Excellent.
For me, the biggest advice I can give someone is that look at our team. This is what we actually showed people, is that you don't have to be an expert on something you don't have to be a good programmer. You don't have to have started programming since you've been 8 years old. You can start learning anything at any time you want. If you have an idea and you want to apply it, you can learn it and apply it. It's taking the first step might be the hardest thing to do, but after you do that, it'll all open up to you and you'll be able to learn from other people, and it'll be amazing.
And Layan, what's your advice?
Yeah, just never be afraid to make the first step. It's always hard, but as we all said, like we started with WiDS competition, like with almost no prior knowledge, just nothing but the courses we had, but we really did a really good job. And that's because asking questions to our doctors, reading more about the domain, more just read, ask, do as much as you can to know about what you're doing and learn. You learn new things every day. Yeah.
Very well done. Sharda, do you have any final
Thank you
questions?
all so
Oh, I
much.
think this is outstanding. We're really thrilled. And again, congratulations on a fantastic performance. Thank you to our partners, to Maggie without Kaggle, we wouldn't be able to do. See, they're saying they got us so much from Kaggle.
I know, I love it. And
Yeah, I
can't
love
wait to
it.
see you guys again on Kaggle very soon.
Yeah. So, and we're very happy, and again, we hope that you'll continue being part of our community, and we hope to see you again in the future. And please make contributions on Kaggle, and we look forward to your code and your comments, anything you learn, and share it with the community. And thank you again for all the efforts that you put in.
Thank you for this amazing opportunity.
Thank you guys for having us.